At Des Moines Public Schools, one of our goals is for students to have the knowledge and skills to be self-directed and autonomous. Now, what does that mean? That students demonstrate the critical thinking and problem solving, that they use sound reasoning and make good choices, that they are creative and innovative, and that they care for their physical and mental health well-being. Why does this matter for students? Rather than taking my word for it, we sat down and spoke with several students from Capitol View, Brody, and East about how they are realizing this goal and what it means for their future. I hope you enjoy hearing what our students have to say.
My education has kind of given me the building blocks for my future.
My education has taught me to be on my toes at all times.
I'm in accelerated math, so we go at a much faster pace. I need to be challenged. So we're doing algebra, and the normal class is like doing fractions. So like I would have probably been bored out of my mind.
I've learned to do things that I wouldn't have done otherwise had I not been here.
It's taught me what it's like to be a progressive student in society.
Learning how to work with others and working alone.
Sometimes I'd prefer to work in a group, and other times I might prefer to work independently.
I lived in Chicago at one point in time, so I say you have a lot more opportunities to do here than you do there, which I'm really grateful for.
If you don't get to make your own choices when you're a kid, how are you going to make your choices when you're an adult?
I'm involved in everything. There's not one thing I don't do.
I'm in Brody after hours.
Drama helped me with reading and being an actor.
I'm part of student government.
There's swim, drama, as in theater.
Movement 515.
I play about 6 or 7 other instruments.
Theater, IHSSA, which is Iowa High School Speech Association.
IHSSA.
IHSSA and Linklaters.
I also sing.
To sing and perform and really express myself.
Theater and student government, those are probably the two biggest.
Theater, which I love being on stage. I'm also on dance team.
I am also a treasurer for senior board.
I'm also in Stand for the Silent.
I'm also a part of Linklaters.
I believe that's about it. Oh, and Linklaters.
You have to be really critical of yourself and your time.
Because now I have to write stuff on a schedule, and I have to be there at a set time.
You have to be responsible for your actions, and you have to be responsible for others' actions also. So you're learning leadership, and you're learning like development as in working with others.
I've learned how to take control of a situation that maybe I don't like or don't understand and change it for the better. I've also learned that sometimes I can't change a situation, and I have to roll with that.
It marks all my mistakes now so I don't make them later on in the future.
Because if you practice, you won't exactly get perfect, but practice makes progress.
I have to remember that I am allowed mistakes because mistakes make me a better person.
I try to work, I try to read, I try to keep myself occupied to keep me out of trouble. Because if you get in trouble, it can do things to your mental health and your mental well-being.
I think that it's important for us to take care of our bodies so that we can feel good about ourselves.
What gives you hope is just believing in yourself and like believing that you can do something that you never thought you could do before.
Like, I believe in myself. When I say hope, it makes me feel better.
I have hope that I will go to college.
You believe that if you try hard that good things are going to happen.
I have hope that I can be a successful leader.
If you believe in yourself, you'll try, and if you don't try it again.
Hope. A better look for tomorrow.
See, that's what hope means.
School has been really great. I'm actually a little bit sad to leave, but I'm also going into a new world where there's many opportunities and a chance for me to grow. So I don't plan on stopping here or plan on going further.
To major in pre-law, political science, urban studies, and a minor in music. So yes, I'll be in school forever.
Hopefully go on to be a chemist or like a science teacher or something like in the science field.
And that's my biggest goal, is I want to change the way our society is now. And I feel like that's the most effective way to do it, is by being in the law.
Because I love doing science and I love the experiments and how if you add a little bit of this and certain measurements and stuff, it's very fun.
I feel like politics is such a game and it's so fun.
My plans are actually to become a counseling psychologist, to work with the next generation or youth.
Definitely want to go into engineering, possibly chemical engineering.
And I want to specifically get a career in clinical psychology to become a therapist, and specifically to adolescents.
Either I want to be a producer or I want to be a professional musician.
Photography person or a journalist.
I probably want to be somewhere in the government field.
I've wanted to be the president ever since I was 3. I know it has a lot of responsibility, but I'm willing to take that responsibility.
A lot of times students are told, like, you can only do this or you can only do that, and I want to tell them that's not true. You can do other things.
Everyone has their battles and everyone has their stories, but we're all here together and we're all have the same goal.
My time with Des Moines Public Schools has taught me that you have a family no matter where you're at, whether it's support with stuff going on at home, with your classes, anything. There's teachers and there's staff in the buildings who care and will help you.
I've been in other school districts, but Des Moines Public Schools is the one school district I've been in that cares a lot about their students.
High school is what you make it, but honestly, if you don't put yourself out there, you're not going to get the experience. If you get to know your teachers, you get to know the students, it's actually a really great place to be.
East High actually cares about their students and they make an effort to show their kids that we care about you and we want you to succeed out there in the world.
DMPS and East High really focus on the students and how successful they want them to be, and they really strive to make Des Moines better. Not only are we individual schools, but we're Des Moines Public Schools and we're proud of who we are, and we're all together in one community.